Hey Jordan, my name is Enoch, and I've never recorded a video before, and I feel really awkward. But I really wanted to address what you were talking about. Obviously, my experience is very different from your experience, because I'm a transmasculine identified person, and I don't identify as male, but a lot of people interpret me as identifying as male, and that has really shaped the experiences that I've had with people's interpretations of my orientation, and it's really shaped both not identifying as male and being perceived as male have very much shaped the ways that I have felt comfortable calling myself, and the ways that my relationships form. I am really fucking queer. Like, I'm just a big old queer. I have been for a really long time. I'm super young. And, you know, every person, with one exception, that I've dated in the last 5 years has been female. And I got a lot of straight people telling me, hey, so you're this guy, and you date these women, and so you're straight, right? And I just, like, I'm just not straight. And some people are straight, and, that's lovely for them. But it really sounds to me like you don't want to be straight. Like, you feel kind of resigned to straightness because you're a woman who dates men. And again, I know that it's different for transmasculine people because it's just really, really easy for me, particularly as a transmasculine person who is not going to have any kind of medical transition. I know that it's really easy for me to meet queer women who are willing to date me. And I know that sometimes it gets really rough, being a woman trying to date queer men, because there's some kind of, like, weird separation there, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that, like, I just still look like a dyke. Whereas, like, you obviously don't look like a man, because you're not a man. But I think that there's no reason for you to have to be straight. There are lots and lots of ways for you to be queer. And some of them involve dating queer men. There are gay guys who aren't interested in dating women, and there are gay guys who are interested in dating women, and there are gay guys who are interested in dating women, but, only if they have certain genitals, or only if this, that, and the other thing is true about them, and you get to make decisions about whether that's okay with you or not. And then there are all these queer guys who are not gay, and who are, like, totally all about dating women and totally all about dating people of lots of genders. And the difference between dating a person who is queer, a man who is queer and interested in dating women, and a man who is straight and interested in dating women, can be enormous. And it can be great. I think especially because it sounds to me like being queer and being part of the queer male community has been important to you and is something that you're not looking to lose. And I think that I'm sad that there have been people in your life who have told you that that's something that you have to lose. I'm sad that you have these gay male friends who are like, oh, now you're the boring hetero girl, and, like, so what? Now you want to hang out with them, and all of a sudden you have to be their hag? Like, you're still who you always were. Even if you didn't always understand yourself to be a woman. I don't know what your personal saga has been, but, I certainly didn't always think of myself as being who I am now. But my transition has been a major process of clarifying who I am. And the bare bones stay there. And so you're not so different as all that. And if you had queer values before, I'm sure that you still have queer values, and I'm sure that you still belong in this community that you were once part of. And I think there's a lot of room for you to claim that. And I think that you should really feel empowered to claim that. And, like, you have a queer experience. Why not always have a queer experience? Even if it doesn't look queer to other people, if you interpret it as queer and if you want it to be queer, it can be. All of my relationships, I'm just, like, so dedicated to making sure that everybody understands that I'm queer and that a relationship with me is queer. And yeah, I kind of lost track of what I was saying there, but the point is that you just don't have to be straight if you don't want to. That's my major thing. But I hope that you do find a label that makes you happy instead of makes you feel like you're settling.